What's up, fellas? Just finished up a workout at the gym. Happy Father's Day to any of the fathers out there. If you're hitting girls and they call you daddy, happy Father's Day to you too. Now, what I wanted to talk about today was motivation and the ability to get some of that and to discipline yourself. Now, guys, to be straightforward, motivations are going to come and go, straight up. There are going to be days you wake up and you just feel like fucking shit and you're not going to want to do anything. And you're going to want to stay there. You're going to want to scroll on Instagram. You're going to want to go on Tinder and just swipe and talk to girls that don't like you. And it's just a whole addicting process there. Now, what's the key here, right? So first off, what context are we talking about when it comes to motivation? What are we trying to motivate ourselves to do? That's the first thing to identify. For many guys, it's like going to the gym, right? I get the excuse all the time. I'm so busy with work. There's no way that I can get to the gym. I'm tired. On days off, I just want to relax. That's some fucking bullshit. It's some fucking bullshit. I'm dead fucking serious, guys. No more of that, oh, I just want to, like, relax. Like, be a fucking man. Like, if you have that attitude and you question yourself while you get played by girls, while you're not making the money that you want, while you're still living at your mom's house. I live at my mom's house, by the way, just so you guys know. I do live at my mom's house, but I'm actively working on trying to get my own place. I'm only 22, so what can you do? But I'm actively trying, and I'm not complaining about the situation. I'm just trying my best to fix it. So, in that context of where is it that we're trying to get motivated to do? We could say motivation in general is honestly just coming from a purpose. You gotta have a reason to wake up and get out of bed in the morning. Because if you don't have a reason, why not go on your phone? Why not sleep in? Why not just toss and turn on the covers? Why not just get out of bed? You know, if you don't have a reason, why not? Once you develop a reason, a purpose, you feel like you have this goal that you want to achieve really bad. For me, it's like to help guys get into shape and help guys get more confidence when it comes to getting with girls. So for me, in that leadership role, I know that if I slack and if I bullshit around and fuss around, I'm not doing my purpose because I'm trying to live by example. You understand me? Now you need to find your purpose. You need to find your why. You need to find your reason to go to the gym when you don't want to. You need to find your reason to eat healthy foods when you don't want to. You need to find your reason to go and approach that girl even if you don't want to. Or go and ask for a raise at your job. Or quit your job and get start your own business. Or whatever the case is. We're talking motivation on a really broad term here. And motivation is going to come and go. When you have a purpose, it's going to be a lot better. But one of the most important things is actually to be able to develop discipline. Now, what is discipline? Discipline is when you say to yourself that you're going to do something and you go and fucking do it, right? No matter how you feel, you go and do it. Because you are a man of your word. Now, for sometimes you say things that you're going to do and you don't do them because reasons, right? Sometimes reasons literally just come up and it affects the changes that happen. So, like, for instance, you could say that you're going to go and work on a project, but then something else comes up and you can't work on the project at that given time. Look, that shit happens. That's totally cool. But the thing is that if it continues to happen and you're lying to yourself and you're saying like, oh, I'm going to go and do this, and you just like never do it, like it's just bullshit. And you're bullshitting yourself. This is the pattern that people get stuck in. They constantly are saying that they're going to do stuff and then they don't do it. Then they feel bad about themselves. They beat themselves up and then they don't have any motivation to do anything. It takes one step, right? So how can you become somebody that is like lazy to go into the gym? I would say going to the gym and working out is like step one for improving your life. Like if you're in this situation right now, like you're sitting here watching this and you're like, I really want to just get better at life. I don't even know how yet. Because there can be a lot of factors. There's finances, there's health, there's getting jacked, there's social circumstances and being better at your job, or whatever the case is. When you're trying to improve yourself, I think one of the best thing that you could do is get healthy. Go to the gym, lift weights, eat healthy foods. That's like the first thing that you need to do. So how can you be somebody that goes from, let's talk about step one just for this video. How can you become a person that is sitting around lazy, not doing any workouts or exercising, to somebody that's exercising frequently? Now, firstly, we need to look at this as a fact of changing our lifestyle, right? What a lot of guys do, and a lot of people do in general, is that they try to do some sort of like 14-day challenge, or like a month challenge, or a 30-day challenge, or like whatever, where they try to like work out 5 days a week, and then they try to like eat just vegan for the whole month. But they're not doing it to be a vegan. They're doing it because of like weight loss reasons. That's silly. Or you're trying to like detox yourself. Like, that's no bueno. Don't do that. We gotta look at a few different things that we can change, right? So let's take, for an example, we have a guy who wants to start working out and going to the gym. Okay, great. Start with 3 days a week. Start with 2 days a week. Start with 1 day a week. Look at your schedule and identify what can you realistically stick to over a long period of time. When I first started working out, I literally just tried to do something 10 minutes every day. I would do like a 10-minute HIIT workout that I found on YouTube. I would go for walks. I would eat a healthier breakfast. I would just change my breakfast up. And that's literally how it started. And like one of the first things I did with diet too is like remove soda, and I started drinking more water. That was like the first thing I ever did. The second thing I ever did, which was like a week later, is I changed my breakfast. And over time, those decisions and those things started to stack up. Versus the situation of, okay, I need to go work out for an hour, 5 days a week, and I need to go and eat, no GMO, no like eating out, no this, no that, no sugar, no sweets. I gotta eat just vegetables and chicken, and this shit's gonna suck. And in 14 days, when you're done with your challenge, you're literally going to binge on ice cream and pizza for the next week because you just missed it so much. The fact is, you can eat pizza and ice cream and be healthy. You could do that shit and be healthy. You have flexibility is a huge thing. But what's your start point? Look at your schedule. Look at realistically what you feel like you could do. Like, for you, maybe a 10-minute walk is a win. If you're not used to exercising at all, that's a win. Maybe getting yourself like a gallon of water and trying to drink the whole thing is a challenge for you, and you're going to do that like first for your nutrition. That's awesome. That's an awesome goal. Maybe your first step is to join the gym and do one of the classes that the gym provides, right? That, boom, right there, you got day one. Think about realistically what you could do for a long period of time, right? Because this is where most people everybody wants the result yesterday, right? The thing is that is never going to change. Even for me, I've been working out for 6 years. I've been doing really awesome things with business and with girls, and the truth of the matter is that I am not satisfied with where I'm at right now. But understanding that, I understand that this is going to be a path to get to where I want to be, to get to the making 6 figures, to get to moving out of my mom's house, to living on my own, to being able to pull girls back to my crib right at that night, to be able to squat 405 pounds, to be able to deadlift 500 pounds. Those goals, like, they're there in my head, and I'm accomplishing those things by just creating a plan to get there, right? But I didn't start with working out 5 days a week. I didn't start with doing jiu-jitsu. When I started doing jiu-jitsu, I didn't start with doing jiu-jitsu 3 hours a day. I did 2 classes a week for 1 hour each. Now, there are times where I'll spend like 3 or 4 hours doing jiu-jitsu because it's fun and I want to get better at it. There are also times where I have to kind of slow it down. Like this week, it's going to be a little bit more of a peak week for business, and I'm doing a huge push because I want to move out of my parents' house. So I'm backing off of the jiu-jitsu in order to pursue more of my business stuff, and to make more videos, and to make more content, and to connect to people on a more human and realistic, like a more human relationship with people, and I'm just trying to work on that. So that means something has to take a little bit of a back burner. Maybe for you, if you're trying to work out, you need to look at things that are killing your time. People tell me they don't want the time, they don't have the time, and that they just want to relax, but they spend 3 hours watching Netflix. They spend an hour and a half messaging girls on Tinder that's never going to work out for them. They go out to a bar and they grab a few beers and they spend their money on that, and then they complain about their money. It's like, is what you're doing even lining up to your goals? Seriously, think about that. Is what you're doing right now lining up to your goals? If that answer is a no, then you need to take some time to reflect on what your situation is right now, and what are like 1 or 2 things that you could do in an effort to be better and to fix yourself. 1 or 2 things. Pick those 1 or 2 things and get after it. All right, guys? So if you want a little bit more advice on this, feel free to just leave a comment and ask a question, and I'll definitely answer it. Okay? Even if you're just like a little bit curious about something, like as far as the motivation goes, or like what to do in the gym, or like what to do for your diet, and you're trying to figure out your 1 or 2 things, leave a comment down below, ask away, and I will answer you. And that way you can start making the right steps into the direction that you want to be. All right, guys? So let's try to work on our motivation and our discipline. Let's work on improving ourselves so that we can bag these hoes. Let's get these finances up so we can live good lives. Peace out, guys. Stay nice and loose, and kill it.